just coming down all the way and just taking a moment grounded on the earth, on the floor, or if you're on a bed, or if you're using a chair, however you are coming to this moment. And, we've been really, I've been reviewing the Buddha's teachings and the Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings because I needed to learn them better. So this is the way, my teaching has always been to continue to be a lifelong learner. And so I'm just going to review, the Four Noble Truths to demystify them. They're just about, the existence that suffering exists, and what are the origins of suffering, the stopping of suffering, that we want it to stop, and that there's a path to the stopping of suffering. So that path is where we're always, on. There's always some kind of little or big thing you can call suffering. Now, in Thich Nhat Hanh's work, he says, with the people you love or anybody you're able to work with, you even in your mind, they might state, I'm suffering, in order to say, I'm in sadness, I'm in grieving, I'm having a difficult time. And his next statement is, I'm suffering with you, from the response from another person, so that they know you're there. I'm here and I'm suffering with you. I'm here and I feel your pain. So in this just beginning, coming into this meditation and honoring all that is going on, but not taking it all in, just honor the teachings that have lasted through thousands of years, that have helped us cope with being fully alive in these bodies, which say, feel the pain and feel the ecstasy, feel the sadness, feel the joy, feel the hurt and feel the healing. Feel it all, because that makes us fully alive. That's part of the richness of life. And that richness of life is full of beauty. It's full of calm and colors and autumn leaves for us that live in a place where autumn leaves happen, where the change happens. And then those conditions, the three kinds of sadness or suffering, are pain, change, and conditionality. What are the conditions of it? What's the change? How does it feel to make that change? And then that pain. And the path to the sensation of all of this is this yoga path. You could take any path, a mindfulness path. It could be Zen of any kind. It could be, Buddhist of any kind, any form, yoga of any kind, any form. Martial arts generally address all of these ideas. So just ground into that we are supported by 10,000 years of humanity understanding how to deal with suffering, pain, loss, grief, little and larger, and giant, and gigantic, and huge, and minuscule types of losses. You get a cut. Child gets a paper cut for the first time. So take a deep breath in. And as though on the exhale, you could release yourself from all of that and go right to the earth and remember that I am the earth, I am the sky, I am the ocean, I am the trees, I am the space between it all. I am I am form and I am formless. I am what was called solid and I am not solid. I am impermeable. I see the seen and I see the unseen. And breathe through your heart with a heart of overflowing gratitude. All that fills you with that blessings. And then exhale all the blessings that you have, all the gratitude out into and onto the earth. Connect with this circle of women in our flower of life, because we are geometry, we are mathematics, we are physics, we are light and sound for real. And we are also the mystery of the black hole. We're still unraveling. What is that understanding of the black hole? Some people say it's that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and other people say there's the tunnel at the end of the light. There's two ways to look at it. Black holes are that way. And black holes in our life are kind of that way. And so is this understanding of the opposites of suffering and grieving, and then the light and the gifts and the blessings, the gratitude. And gratitude is the key for everything. It really does unravel everything. So that gratitude fills your heart. And then imagine the blessings sprinkling down upon you. And you can take your hands and move your fingers and pretend things are sprinkling down upon you so that you can see them better. And I like to have flower petals, like flower petals raining down, soft, gentle flower petals, maybe multicolored. What kind of flower? You know, what kind of flower were your eyes when we did the Thich Nhat Hanh meditation of see the world through the flowers of your eyes? And what kind of flower petals might rain down upon you to soften the earth walk? The earth walk. We're here to have and know the richness of life. Then bring the hands together at your heart and your thumbs to your heart. And I've used this a lot because this is Ayurvedic medicine, energy medicine, for strengthening the chakras, for igniting them, for strengthening them. And we're still in between. We're in between this time, you know, where it's kind of a sacred place, the not knowing, the in between, and we're in between the 7 chakras and the 12. We're in between the vortexes of the 7 chakras and the suns, the stars, the shining suns of the 12 chakras, as we transform our bodies into the light body. Then thumbs to the third eye, where imagination, inspiration, intuition, and integration are the 4 eyes, 4-letter eyes that are going to support us on this journey of transformation and help us work with this amazing, rich world of duality that allows us to feel our full capacity of being human, of being in a physical body. And why are we in a physical body? We're in a physical body so we can smell and taste and feel, touch and see, to have those experiences. Tap the top of your head and wake up that 7th chakra, which shines its way into your soul star chakra, the galactic chakra, and the universe chakra, to remind you that you are all of that too. It's no separation. It's all one big thing. Now you just take that on. You know, you don't have to believe it. You just take that in and go, does it make sense? Once you study physics, it all makes sense. Physics and math explain everything. Then lengthen out the legs into 5-pointed star and just be there for a moment, grounded into the earth, sort of integrating all that is happening, imagining the new earth. So imagination, imagine the new earth, imagine the new human, imagine yourself raising your vibration. Find the inspiration in every moment. So finding the inspiration in the things you can imagine, because remember, there's seen and unseen, and your brain doesn't know the difference. What you imagine can manifest because the brain will manifest what has been in it. So you're changing neural pathways through imagination. Inspiration. Intuition. Listening to that intuition more strongly than ever, and honoring that your intuition has incredible wisdom, collected wisdom. Don't doubt yourself. Know that your intuition is speaking truth. You might need to clear out the old to get to the truth of your intuition, and that may mean old neural pathways that stop you from intuition. Take a breath and let go with that sighing. Because even if you try not to have the world change affect you, on a subtle level of the shakeup of the quantum field and the shimmer and shaking and moving and changing of all the fractals that you have to imagine, because so much change is happening over and over and over again, you're going to feel it anyway on a subconscious level, because we are part of that quantum field, and we're affecting the quantum field by coming to yoga 3 times a week and or doing your practices however you do them for your peace within yourself, inside and outside and all around. Then bring the feet flat on the floor and hands by your side. And what we're going to do here is the metaphors here is you lift up into bridge, inhale and exhale, you come to a rhythmic breath. Go as slow or as fast as your body or intuition tell you. And you're lifting off the creativity of the second chakra, the power of the third chakra, the yellow and the orange. And you can bring that peach color, yellow and orange, and the red of the earth. The feet are into the earth, the heart, the 6th, 7th, and the 5th, 6th, and 7th chakras all into the earth. So this is a chakra to open your creativity. Remember the different ways that water teaches us. Wind on the water. Whoa. You know, water when it's calm, without wind. The opposites in front of us. And that wind that I spoke of yesterday, that I had the experience of, went from like 5 miles an hour wind, not very slowly, going up to 25 miles an hour. So that was the big change. And I really didn't know how to navigate in a kayak at 25 mile an hour wind. But the groundedness of my husband, that is a rock, helped with his strength and his rockness, his sturdiness. So always going back to the earth, the rock, and the breath to recenter. And you can do this posture in stillness. You can do it with a block underneath the pelvis. You can do it fast or slow, sometimes to move energy, sometimes to create strength. Now, the next time you come up, hold the posture. And you're holding the posture, press into the hips and feel the strength of the quads, of the lower back. Even if you have a back that acts up, working with this posture to strengthen these areas. Now squeeze at the pelvic floor, remembering that there's a foundation there. There's a diaphragm there, basically, that we don't always recognize as a diaphragm. There's actually 4 diaphragms, or maybe even 5, that are explained in the body that I'm still learning. Then hold and bring the arms down by your sides. If you want to lace the fingers underneath and walk the shoulders together, then go for it. We're going to walk in place. And you can lengthen out one leg if you want, and the other leg. And you can just barely lift the feet off the floor. And you can be on a block. You can always, if I stay up too long, you always go down and come back up and give yourself a little rest. It's all about following yourself and your wisdom, the voice that's telling you. And then pause, one leg up maybe. Maybe you want to lift and lower, a little bit of extra strengthening for the quad on the left side or right side. Other side. Don't forget to breathe. Witnessing the breath all the time. And then down. Onto the toes. We're just seeing the many forms of one posture. So there's the many forms of how we approach life, on the mat, off the mat. Bring the legs down and out and lengthen them out. Lengthen the arms above your head. Stretch from the heels of the hands to the heels of the feet and hold the breath. Oh, and really stretch. Really hold that breath. Oh, hold it so long until you have to let go. And then let go. Just letting go fully, feeling the earth. Then feet back onto the floor, drop the knees side to side. Arms can be over your head or down by your sides or wherever you end up putting them. You might want to put one hand on the heart. And you're just opening and working with that creativity, that imagination of imagining all the wonderfulness of the new earth and the new you as you raise your vibration. And then back to center, pull the knees in, bring the head up to the knees and hands down to the feet. Now don't hold your breath here, but feel the constriction of the breath. And this is when we get into that tension. When we get into that fight flight, when we get triggered. Oh, and the triggers are all around us. And they're in all our family relationships. The triggers are even in our memories. So that's why the changing of the neural pathways is, so important. Then let go into 5-pointed star again. Palms face up and imagine the love coming out of your hands and out of your feet. Imagine what it looks like. So imagine the images of what does that look like? I've drawn a lot of these things. They're very cartoony kind of drawings, but they show what the images are. Let's see, then feet on the floor. And I just need some of this strengthening. So exhale as you come up. Again, if you don't need core strengthening, don't, do something different. I want to do the fire breath today, and I want to make sure we're strong enough to do it. This is kind of like the fire breath. It's an exhale as you come up, and you can bring the feet off the floor. Your legs can be lengthened out, knees can be bent all the way. See which one suits you. Now you're also doing a little strengthening for your neck. And if you want more and your core already is there, you can always take your hands and put them behind the ears instead of lacing the fingers and giving your neck support. Again, as slow or as fast, it doesn't matter. And then hold for a moment. Breathing, relaxing the breath, but just freezing in a posture, in a shape. Notice the shape, notice the space and the space between. Then pull the knees in, take a breath. Knee to elbow. So again, you can tap one knee. You don't even have to lift your head off the floor. You can bring the feet off the floor. You can lengthen one leg out. You can lengthen and lower one leg. Exhale on each side. You can go slower or faster. Then hold one side. Take a breath. Hold the other side. Take a breath. And back to center. Pull the knees in and rock yourself up. Once you're up, just another loosening, getting our spine really moving, the 6 movements of the spine always to play with. So knees come over to the side and dive into the knee. With the breath. And this is your little chance to work on a tiny little push-up with the hands, either the fists or the flat hands. Change directions with the roll. This is also a posture of feeling all the different ways that you can feel the whole body in motion. Notice if you can feel the toes as you shift the weight. Notice if you can feel the feet and how do you feel them? When you work with full presence, and that's your main goal, you just want to feel the body in space and acknowledge the body. Reach up out of the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in and out. Then today, we're not going to go we're going to come down on our elbows. And you can either, what we're going to do is come down our elbows and lengthen out that back leg and feel the stretch here. Now you can always grab a cushion for your right hip, but I'm not going to do that right now just because this is enough. I'm feeling a stretch in my lower back and a stretch in my right hip. My knee is doing a good stretch from the muscles that attach into the ligaments that attach into the quad muscles. And then walk yourself up so you're not that far from anything here, to then take that left hand and walk it around, left arm, and then all the way around into the spinal twist. The other thing we really looked at last week was loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These are the translations of the words of the Buddha. And you have to start with yourself, loving kindness and compassion for yourself. The joy and equanimity Also finding what they mean to you. Equanimity can mean balance. Ah, finding the joy, and it's really not plain joy, it's sympathetic joy. And it's taken me a long time to, understand, because of suffering, there's kind of this place within us that's both joyful and sad at the same time. And then bring yourself back around and switch sides and dive. Go right into that dive. Now check out this side. Check out the stiffness or the feeling that you have and compare it to the other side. Notice again your feet, your toes, your hands, your fingers, your spine, your lower back, the pelvis. How does it all come together? And how is it different from the other side? And then go, I fully accept myself exactly as I am, not needing to change a thing. This is who I am. I am me. You know that song? And then there's the song, There Is No Me. Then reach up out of the crowd. Oh no, change directions. I forgot to change directions. You're kind of on the wave with the dolphins, symbols of joy and happiness and wisdom, kindness. And then reach up. Then fold down. And you can keep yourself right in this mermaid position, or you can let go of that back leg and come and let it go out from behind you. Or if you want to come into pigeon, just come right into pigeon. We're not going to be here very long. So I'm on my elbows and just feel. Maybe micro movements are going to help you feel a little bit. What is it you're working with? Where's the tension held? Why is that tension there? Does it have a voice? If that tension could speak, what would it say? Then walk yourself up and you're back in mermaid position, and you take that right hand and you let it go around, and breath. And then all the way around and hold. And soak that in for a minute. I have loving kindness for myself. I embrace myself with that loving kindness. I am happy, healthy. I live with ease. I'm free from danger. Metta medication, sending loving kindness to yourself. And you can change those phrases, make them personal. Then back around to the front. And then flip your knees over to the other side and take the left hand. And this time we're going to come up and down. So inhale up and down and down. And see if that suits you. Now, if you want a little bit more vigor, lengthen out that back leg and you come up on the edge of your foot. You see that long line we're making? The arm. Whoop, let's put that in alignment. And down and up. Inner thigh stretch here. And then hold. Now you may hold with the extended leg, or you may hold with the with not. And this posture, I think it's called the gateway to the heart. And then down. Switch sides. And right into inhale up, exhale down. So now we're doing that sort of side bend of the spine. And remember, if you want more, lengthen out that leg. And now hold. Now you may need to, like you've seen me do, if you're watching, you may need to move that hand around till it feels like it's right in the right place, perpendicular to the floor. It's really supporting you. You're making a triangle. Triangles are one of the most stable forms in the universe. Hence, domes are made. Domes were discovered. And then down. Onto the hands and knees. Our time goes so fast when you're having a great physical experience. Physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, relational. The 5 parts of the self as defined by positive psychology of the 21st century. And then hold and feel. And then hold in the opposite direction and feel. And tuck the toes behind you and come up, heel walk. First, just give each side a little stretch. And then walk yourself to the hands or hands to the feet or both. Hang over or supported squat or hands above your knees even. The hands above the knees, I like to do that and then straighten my legs. Look up and then bend the knees and bring yourself up and back into your heart. Then it's already 10 of, so we can't stand very long, but I promise you on Wednesday, we're going to do a standing series. So here, breath of joy though seems like, yes, let's work the body to give us breath of joy. So here we go. At your own pace. Last time. And hook up. That third finger in the belly button, third finger at the third eye is your central meridian, and you're hooking it up because it actually has been researched on that this will help for dizziness and help for instability, help bring us into balance and equanimity. Okay, one balancing posture, come onto the left foot, get into that left foot and bring it up. Now your arms come up, the shoulders are down, the elbows are down, the hands are floppy, the fingertips come together. And this is Shiva. This is the transformational God of Shiva, of like, all right. And it really, you have 4 hands, 4 arms, or maybe you have 6. I'll have to look it up. And then down on that side. Get into the right leg. Bring this one up. Now the gentle form, toe on the floor, toe up. You can get up higher. Turn to the side. Let's turn to this side. And you can see it's about 90 degrees if you get there. You can play with it too. You can lift and you can strengthen if your support will let you. And then down. Shake it out. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Now we're going to come back down today into a seated posture. And if seated on a chair works better for you, then do that. I'm going to come onto the cushion here. And we're going to come down consciously if you can. Like, see, so what we're going to do is drop the chin to the chest and roll down the spine. And step back into downward dog. And then bring yourself down. So consciously working with that up and down. And I said to you that I wanted to work with the fire breath. We haven't done it in a super long time. And I do have a video on YouTube of the fire breath. And there's a lot of ways to do this. But I'm going to show you this one again. And that's because we need the fire inside of us. We need that place of strength. And it's done in and out of the nose, or if you have to, in and out of the mouth. And you take a deep breath in. Let me come as close as I can to the screen. Here, closer, a little closer. And it goes like this. You're kind of blowing out your nose if you can, or and you'll feel the body work at your core. It's at your solar plexus. You can feel it. You can put your hands there and go. It's involuntary. It's a forceful out. And so it's involuntary in, and you get a tremendous amount of exchange in the lungs. And so then what do you do with your hands? You could put them on the belly, or what I like to do is Gyan Mudra, which is thumb and pointer finger together and palms face up. And you can close your eyes or keep them open. And I'm going to count us in the beginning. Now, if you have a hard time with this, it's because you might be too far up in the throat or the chest and you want to get down to the diaphragm. You're really working that diaphragm below the lungs by the belly pulling in and, working with this forceful exhale. They call this the skull polishing breath. The skull polishing breath. Kapalabhati is the Sanskrit word, but skull polishing breath is the translation. So you can imagine it's to like empty your mind. And that's what it does once you really practice it. So here we go. You take a deep breath in and you let it out all the way. And then you inhale and begin with that exhale. It's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you inhale and you exhale. So that's the introduction. You can watch me for this first round if you want to see how it looks. And then the second round you can come into if you want to see how the whole practice that I do. Now, there's lots of ways people practice this. It's like the rest of yoga. Yoga's, there's hundreds of ways to meditate. There's hundreds of ways to do yoga. So here we go. It's a deep breath in and exhale. And then you can go for 10. And then inhale. And then exhale all the way, but this time fold over and hold the breath out. All the way, push all the air out. Then you hold the breath out and then inhale part way, bring the body up part way, and then inhale all the way. And then again, this time we'll do 20 repetitions. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And then begin. And then inhale. Exhale all the way and hold the breath out and fold the body over. Keep exhaling, holding the breath out. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Inhale part way. Bring the body up part way. Inhale all the way. And exhale. Now we're going to do it one more time, mostly because of our time. And we're going to do it one more time. And then I hope to do this week and we'll get a little bit better at doing it this week. We'll practice all week. This time I'm going to do more repetitions. You can count the numbers that you want and do it in your own way, or you can follow me. I want to show you how it is when you increase the speed of your breaths. And you'll see this and you'll be able to watch this back once I have this up on YouTube as well. So inhale, exhale, and then begin. And I'm going to go a little faster. And then inhale, exhale all the way and hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath out, kind of as long as you can. If you were doing the practice on your own, you could figure that out. Then inhale part way. Bring the body up part way. Then inhale all the way. And exhale and just feel. Just be in the place of meditation and feeling. Then release yourself from whatever posture you're in, and for the next 2 minutes, lie down. And you might want to stay lying down longer. I don't give you much time for Shavasana. We kind of are starting a little later. We're starting more like at 11:15, and I'm really good at a 1.5 hour class, with the 15 minutes in the beginning, the meditation. So here, lie down as much as you want. Shavasana is the time for integration. Like, what the heck happened in the last hour? Body, mind, spirit. Spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, emotional. The acronym is SPIRE, SPIRE. What happened? Surrender the body to the pull of gravity, knowing that that is one of 4 energies that are working upon us that create the quantum field. Gravity, weightedness, in your imagination, sink a little deeper into the earth. Feel the earth come up to greet you. You can even take yourself in your imagination into grass or sand or autumn leaves or the forest floor or somewhere that you feel the earth come up to you. And you merge with the earth. I am the earth. And all that is in me. May I have peace inside, outside, and all around me. And send that blessing to a friend. May you have peace inside, outside, and all around you. And then to someone who's given you something, a benefactor or someone who's supported you. May you have peace inside, outside, and all around you. And then to the difficult person. May you have peace inside, outside, and all around you. Then to all the neutral people you pass in the grocery store or on a walk or just out there in the world. May you all have peace inside, outside, and all around you. And then finally to all beings, and seeing all beings in your mind's eye all at one time. May you all have peace. May all beings have peace inside, outside, and all around. Bring your hands to your heart in namaste. I honor myself. I honor that I have taken out this time to do this practice. I honor my journey of carrying what I do on the mat, off the mat, and knowing how it integrates into my whole life. And then you can stay right there, but in the world of teacher responsibility, I'm going to roll to the side into a fetal posture, giving my body a moment to remember. And then bring myself up into mermaid position. Again, developmental movements learned as infants, giving my body a moment to settle. And then finding my breath again, take a deep breath. And then finding my way up and back.